timber grows, the weather, the rainfall, the soil is where you can grow really good. So that's how it happens. And it's easy for them to grow the oil palm in the areas that they have done. And of course, they have gone unregulated, which comes back to, in terms of not all government department now. The Department of Forestry should have been the maximum regulator then. Now, in order to capture some of the smallholders or the landowners that have been used or given up their land for forestry, now converted to oil palm under the OPIC Act, Section 2, I think it is. The minister has the power to declare those areas and gazette them as oil palm areas, which means that once they're declared, that means that the FFB pricing formula, so we do have a pricing formula, it's reviewed every 5 years. The last time the FFB pricing formula was reviewed was in 2014. We're supposed to review it every 5 years, so we are due for that. I have met with the Minister for Oil Palm on several occasions to say, look, we need to institute the review of the pricing formula again. Now, in order to capture those FCA companies that are part of the POPA, we need to declare them. So the Minister will need to, through OPIC, will need to visit them, survey them, and then capture them under OPIC. Once they're captured under OPIC, those landowners will benefit from the same FFB pricing formula that you smallholders have been benefiting from. Not just here, but obviously Western Britain, sorry, not Western Britain, Milne Bay, Oro, Ramu, a little bit, Markham is small numbers there, but New Ireland as well. Okay, so that's just some clarification, but in all, the Palm Oil Producers Association of Papua New Guinea, we support the government in this initiative to introduce a national oil palm policy. I'll touch on what Craig said. For me, coming from the highlands of Papua New Guinea, and I grew up on a small coffee farm. I've seen what the CIC have done to the coffee industry. It's actually, it's worked negatively in the growth of the coffee industry since the 80s up until now. Just to give you an example, in the 80s we were exporting over 1 million bags of coffee green bean out of Papua New Guinea. Now, this year I think we'll be lucky to do 750,000 bags. I'm just giving an example. It is good to establish a regulatory body for our commercial export crops. However, we have to be careful. As we move forward, please do not do the policy so we can rush the legislation. Let's go ahead and do the policy. Before we do the policy, the government needs to set the standards up. We need what they call a Papua New Guinea oil palm platform. That will set the standard. Basically, it'll send the message to the world, which the Prime Minister will launch, that this is Papua New Guinea, we're an oil palm growing nation, and we are growing it at this standard, and this is how we're going to export the oil at this particular standard. This will then support the policy that the government wants to bring in. Then the regulations will fit in as well. So you can regulate. As is where is, the government has the power to regulate those companies that fall outside of where we are right now under the guidance of OPIC in particular. We have the powers. It is not necessary. But as I said, we can go down the path of a new legislation and establishing a new authority, but I just want to put this warning out there. Please, please be careful. And I think the governor touched on it earlier on in his opening statement. He's in government now. He knows what it's like. We can go through this process. What happens in 18 months' time when there's a new government? Are we still going to have a minister for oil palm? Are we still going to have a minister for coffee? We don't know. So, whatever it is that comes out of this, which I think is a fantastic idea, thank you, OPIC, for this. Thank you for everyone putting the effort in this presentation. I think we've got 2 more meetings, and I think this is the key one. Western Britain is the home of oil palm. It will always be the home of oil palm, and this is where the growers will have the voice to say what they think. Obviously, the 2 operators are here, AGI and New Britain Palm Oil. Whatever grievances are, we already have a system in place. The smallholders know who to talk to, we know who to talk to, etc., etc. But as far as the Palm Oil Producers Association is concerned, representing all the milling companies, including Newman Palm Oil and Hardy, look, we support the government's move. I think we can still achieve some of those things that you put up there and some of those issues that you've raised. Very, very valid. We can still achieve those without introducing a new authority. Just be warned. Let's have a look at what we've already done with the other cash crops. Coffee, copra, cocoa. Do we want oil palm to be in the same situation? So let's proceed with caution. We've obviously got a long way to go. Planting Group point come up. We'll all contribute after lunch. Our team will get together and we will send our comments through. I'll be attending the meeting in Lane and I'll also be attending the meeting in Moresby as well. But at the end of the day, look, we have to work with the government. That's the bottom line. So if this is the government's vision, if this is the government's platform, and if this is what they want to do, maybe there's a better way out. So this is what we are here for. We have to show them that, okay, this is what you think, but this is the way we think is better. Because at the end of the day, the government will come and they will go. We will always be here. Politicians will come and go. We will always be here. They will change. And the governor said it rightfully. Those are wise words. Those are wise words. Because he knows he's not here forever. Minister as well, Prime Minister as well. We all know. Things will change. So everything we do must be for the benefit of both milling companies, the growers, and obviously for the benefit of Papua New Guinea. So, Mami Muslim, thank you, First Secretary, and look forward to the discussions after lunch.
Thank you, Robert. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, when we talk oil palm, we talk West New Britain. So, we don't like in declaration, some voice, some lab, no. We want to openly speak, so we like a forum to talk. When our speaker talk, please, we like one officer from the ministry, OPIC, we like controlling this gathering, so we like a smooth, making this consultation become fruitful. And we actually want the government of the base intentions are. With that, I'll now call upon Austin's Growers Association President,